Okay guys, so I know Trump lost the election and is refusing to accept the reality that he will no longer be president when January 20th comes along, but I think the real loser of the past week is the one and only Fox News, which by the way should be called Fox Entertainment because news is supposed to be objective and factual versus the dangerous lies and propaganda that continues to pour out of Fox. Now we had Donald Trump, the self-proclaimed golden goose of Fox News, completely come after them in a series of tweets and retweets urging his supporters to stop watching them. Now, he doesn't hate Fox News for the same reason we do. He's angry that they counted all the votes and declared Joe Biden the president-elect, which is actually the only proper piece of news that channel has produced in the last 4 years. Now, here are a few of Trump's cult members at the Million MAGA March chanting, "Fox News sucks."
Fox News sucks! Fox News sucks! Fox News sucks! Fox News sucks! Fox News sucks!
Now, this is the only time in history where I have agreed with some of the Trump supporters. But I guess this actually isn't very surprising. Trump is now hellbound on discrediting every single media outlet that reports real news. And he's probably doing this to set up for his launch of Trump TV, that is, if he doesn't end up in prison after January 20th. Although what's funny is that Fox News seems to be the only network that is continuing to push the false narrative that this election was rigged or stolen from Trump himself. Here's Sidney Powell completely off her meds, claiming that Trump won by hundreds and thousands of votes.
Well, for fraud this serious, I think even if the states are stupid enough to go ahead and certify the votes where we know the machines were operating and producing altered election results, if they're stupid enough to do that, then they will be set aside by the fraud also. I mean, we are talking about hundreds of thousands of votes. President Trump won this election in a landslide. It's going to be irrefutable, and patriots are coming forward every day, all day, and I'm going to release the Kraken.
You just can't make this up. I mean, these people don't even have evidence. And no, Kayleigh, holding binders with empty pages is not evidence, nor is waving them in your hand on TV show any proof for any of the baseless claims and lies you continue to spread.
Explain what those percentages mean and explain you're in the process of getting these affidavits. You have, for example, you brought a pile of them with you tonight.
That's right, I did, Sean. We keep hearing the drumbeat of where is the evidence? Right here, Sean. 234 pages of sworn affidavits. These are real people, real allegations, signed with notaries who are alleging the following, among other contentions. They are alleging, this is one county, Wayne County, Michigan. They are saying that there was a batch of ballots where 60% had the same signature.
And the best part about Kayleigh waving around a stack of papers with nothing on them is that she's done this before in the 60 Minutes interview with Leslie Stahl, where Trump left early and then Kayleigh walked in with a big stack of white paper, hands it to Leslie Stahl and says this is Trump's healthcare plan. Only the audience got to see that when Leslie opened it, it was just blank papers. So the allegations without evidence are being laughed off by the courts. Trump has not won a single court case, and he's just coming up on his 6th loss in the Pennsylvania lawsuit. But that didn't deter Rudy Giuliani, the newly appointed lawyer by Trump, to help spearhead these legal efforts and try to change the court's minds by blabbering more conspiracy theories.
Finally, you want to get down to the votes, let's just pick Pennsylvania. We have identified 632,000 illegal votes. 632,000. It's enough to have the president win the state by 300,000, which is actually what he won it by, right? If you get that Smartmatic machine out and you allow us, I mean, this is unprecedented. They're counting mail-in ballots. The media has tried to call the election, and they don't have a legal right to call the election. It gets decided by our electors, not by NBC, CBS, MSNBC, CNN, and even Fox. You don't get the right to call it. I don't get the right to call it.
Isn't that hilarious that he attacks Fox News while Fox News has invited him to speak? Oh, but it doesn't stop with Rudy. In fact, the worst people on Fox News are the very talk show hosts themselves. Here's Jesse Waters saying the election was rigged simply because he had a gut feeling about it.
To quote Hillary Clinton, what happened? I'm supposed to believe Joe Biden is going to be president? President of the United States? Joe Biden? There's something that just doesn't feel right about this. You feel it too. Joe Biden didn't earn it. He didn't really even campaign. He thought he was going to lose. You could see it. He ran a losing campaign. So 10 days after the election, how's he ahead? I just have a gut feeling something went down. It's like a feeling a parent gets when something happens to their child when they aren't there. You just know it.
Okay, Jesse, the only parents who've had that feeling about their missing child are the ones who your former President Trump separated at the border, where he put the kids in cages, called their parents coyotes, and still doesn't do anything to try to reunite them. But you know what? I'm speaking to the echo chamber. It's a waste of time talking about Trump. His reign is over. The one thing I will say, and it's a very rare occasion, is that I do agree with Trump. People should stop watching Fox News. It's just lies, taboo, and a never-ending stream of misinformation intended to keep their viewers angry, especially at the left, and it's responsible for creating so much division in this country. And don't worry, I did not leave Laura Ingraham out of this, because here she is disrespecting Dr. Anthony Fauci as we're in the middle of peak coronavirus cases and deaths, telling Dr. Fauci to back off after he is pleading with the American people to wear masks and social distance. What is this? I can't even figure out her angle here anymore because Trump lost. Why is she telling her viewers to not listen to the scientists? We all listened to Trump for the first 9 months, and not only did the virus not go away or disappear like he promised it would, it's now worse than ever. It feels like we've set the clocks back and we're right at the beginning. So respectfully, Laura, Tucker, Sean Hannity, Jesse Waters, Maria, and whichever other Fox News anchors decide to show their anti-American faces on national television again, the broke boy is telling you to shut your mouth, move out of the way, and let real journalists and reporters do their job, reporting facts to the American people. Guys, I know I sound frustrated, but I am just fired up about Joe Biden taking over in less than 2 months. But until then, I'm going to be covering everything from all angles, so make sure you subscribe for daily videos, and I will continue to uncover the truth.